and donning the new trending saying of the year, big piece. And there's a lot of questions going around town whether you, in fact, have a big piece as a listener or you know somebody who has a big piece. So get your big piece t-shirts right now, skimaskcollective.com. Yeah, we're throwing plugs right out of the way. Go there. Get the big piece shirt. Have a seizure on a fucking conveyor belt with the big piece shirt. I'm telling you, people, that's what you want to do. Then blow out your asshole with the Silk City Hot Sauce, 15% off code SMC. Go there now. I'm telling you, these guys are great. They were supposed to participate in the IQ challenge, but they never got back. They probably got fed up like I did right in the middle of the fucking thing. Thing was annoying as hell.
Sure sign of low IQ. A sure sign of low IQ. And we'll find out. Oh, look at this. Watch this, professional. We'll find out later in the show just how we did on these IQ tests.
Oh, that's right. The last 15 minutes with Patreon only. We're going to pull the Brian McCarthy here.
Oh, my God. Brian McCarthy. Can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah, no. How is he still alive?
I don't know. I do still listen to his. I don't know his Patreon, but I listen to his show. It's. I guess it's the train wreck effect because it's like it's not entertaining, but it somehow is.
Because that he used to be entertaining, and now it's like kind of cringeworthy to listen to.
Right, and he's just constantly flirting with Adam.
I gotta try that actually. That actually would probably be pretty funny.
Two men wearing big piece shirts and they're different shirts.
Yes, this is my obviously the Dallas Cowboys jersey. I have it on backwards currently. On the front is the Cowboys star. I wear it to every game at the bar, and when they ask who the player is, I say, "Let's step in the urinal." And
next time you have to be defibrillated back to life, you should wear that shirt instead of the shirt I'm wearing. Go 2 for 2 with big piece shirts when you die.
What I'll do is I'll wear that one underneath this one. That way, when they pull this one off to give me the defibrillator,
have to cut it off. When they have to cut your shirt off because you're dead, they'll see that you're wearing 2 big piece shirts, and then they'll know for sure. Oh, this guy's got a big piece.
Yeah,
and you can too, folks. SkiMaskCollective.com. Let's just plug stuff for 49 minutes.
Patreon.com/SkiMaskMedia. Go there now. Exclusive content.
January 24th, I will. Oh, people are going to love this. I will be on the Wet Spot with Chrissy Mayer, January 24th. So a Barry Ribs plug, almost a month away. Put that in your calendar and smoke it. How about that, Kevin? I'll be.
Yeah. Once you join the show, he's probably definitely watching for sure. He's got nothing better going on.
I was supposed to be on the ski trip with Chrissy Mayer this weekend.
I was going to go too, but I got defibrillated. Now you had to work, correct?
Oh yeah, I went from a nice little vacation after a hellish 2 months to working open to close 5 days in a row. So that was great. But what I saw looks like the skiing there sucked. I'm an athlete. I was going there to ski full days, 3 days. I've been skiing. I'm a double black diamond skier, really.
Right.
So I was going just to actually ski. So it's probably for the best.
Yeah, the mountain didn't look near as good as it did last year. So maybe next year it'll be good, and I won't have to get defibrillated days before, and we can actually have fun with that. All right. Should we bring our guest in?
Yeah, let him into this. Shit show. Literally.
It is a
literal shit show.
Dalton, how's it going, man? Having fun?
It's good, man. You look like a porn star I watch.
Really? What's her name? Or is it a he?
Is it that guy with the clown mask that just plows all those women from behind in playgrounds?
There's a lot of porn now where everybody's just wearing masks.
Yeah, I noticed it started to become a trend because when I started the show, people would send me OnlyFans accounts who were wearing the pink ski mask. And I'm like, motherfuckers, you're stealing my bit. And they're getting paid. Yeah. What are they, Mexican wrestlers? It's crazy. So, yeah, I was going to join your Twitter stream earlier, but I was driving down the road. And as we know, Connecticut roadways stink. So I didn't want to run off the road.
I was listening to said Twitter Live at the gym, Dalton. It was quite entertaining. Dalton, you're the talk of the town. How are you, sir?
Am I the talk of the town?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm insulated, so I have no idea. I'm just holed up in Queens right now.
Now, when you say held up, does that mean you have nowhere to go? Are you quarantining?
No,
or
I'm
are
in
you
jail.
Oh, yeah. You're in jail. Yeah. Dude, jail during the wintertime is the best.
I don't know how to explain what New York is right now, because every time I tell people like there's something going on, they go, "What do you mean?" And I go, "I don't know. It's been going on for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
The city's dead and crime is up, and nobody cares." And so
Right.
I'm like, "All right."
No, it's
no one gives a
wild.
shit.
And,
And
just their. Go ahead, Ski.
well, I was going to
Well,
say.
what bothers me. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was going to say, like, New York's a little different, as in, like, there's kind of crime everywhere within, with cities like Houston, it's kind of segregated. Like, you have the Fifth Ward and shit like that. In New York City, it's just like a melting pot. So it's like if you give a shit about one area, you're going to have to kind of care about the whole thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me, man. I noticed that this is hard to explain because it doesn't.
We have an hour. We have an hour, and we usually talk about nothing. So
All right,
talk about
so-
whatever you want.
So you guys are familiar with New York City, like the buildings, the signage, how fucked up it all is.
How
Yes.
bad it smells.
I live here in Queens next to the Woodside Projects, and
Oh, yeah. Shout out
I live off
Woodside.
shout out Woodside. I live off the 46th Street stop, and I was walking with my dad the other day. He was visiting, and I had already been noticing shit around the neighborhood was off. But I live off the 46th Street stop, and that's always been the M and the R. The only trains that run through there are M and R. And we were walking, and I noticed that they had a sign up, and not one of these laminated signs, but a new, like a metal sign now bolted into the infrastructure that said GNR. And I said, "Yo, look at this. That is not the train that runs through here." And he goes, "They're probably doing construction." And I'm like, if they were doing construction, they wouldn't put in a whole new sign. They would just put up the laminated one.
Maybe
and then
Guns
I
N'
went to-
Roses was in town.
Yeah, exactly. And
Cool.
so I went to the other side, and it said M&R. And I walked down, and I checked the board. There's no G. There's no construction. And I was like, okay, Dad, I need to explain to you what this is. Normally, if there's construction, they just put up a laminated sign that you don't notice. This is a whole new metal sign indicating a train that doesn't run through here. This
And it was
doesn't
a
make
city
sense.
sign. Was this an official city sign, like
It was
a
an
circle around the
official
G?
MTA sign that said G and R, like the G and R were coming through there.
Right.
And there's shit like that all over this neighborhood. These weird fucking facades that they put up that don't make any sense. And by the way, this only makes sense because this area, Long Island City, Astoria, all that is where 30 Rock was filmed. And we've got the Kaufman Studios here, the museum and the whole thing. So it makes sense that whatever's going, I don't know what is going on, but something to do with the entertainment industry, I imagine, like with I don't know, but the real issue is like crime is way up, and everybody's isolated right now, so they're all pilled up on these weird medications. Because I
Yeah.
talk to people after everything that's happened to me, because I got put into an inpatient because everybody thought I was psychotic, and I talked to the
Hell yeah.
doctor. Yeah, hell yeah. And I talked to the doctor, and he said, "Yeah, there's nothing. We've run your blood work. We've talked to you. There's nothing wrong with you. I have no idea what this is. I don't know why you're here." And I go, "Me neither. Can I get the fuck out of here?"
Yeah. So
Yeah.
who did you go on your own volition? Were you driven? Who made
No,
you?
dude. I noticed something was up, and I started going into places just
For
to
your
talk to
for
people.
when something was up with yourself, or you're talking in the city?
With the
there's something going-
neighborhood, with this neighborhood I
Gotcha.
live in, I noticed
Please
there was
continue.
something wrong. There was something going on, and so I started going into places to try and talk to people, and I couldn't get a straight answer out of anyone. And I was like, I was doing like Fletch. I was doing like detective work. I was going in and fidgeting and playing with shit and going, "Oh, it's all ball bearings these days, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And then I'd lean in and go, "Can you give me a fucking straight answer? What is going?
Right.
Why is this like this?" And no one would
Now-
answer me until eventually the authorities got involved.
Oh,
And
no.
I talked to them, and they were cool. They were like, "All right, here's what you can do. You can ride with us to the hospital, get a clean bill of health. Everybody's fine." And I go, "That's great." And it wasn't that. I got to the hospital, and the hospital fucked me and put me in a fucking inpatient facility in Westchester. So,
Oh.
so
That was a long
at
ride.
no point, this is an issue of like the left hand just never meeting the right hand. I don't think the cops or the EMTs knew that was going to happen, nor did I.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is clued in on what is going on around here. But I think it has to do with this big crime wave that's happening, along with just this decaying infrastructure. Plus,
Right.
everyone is broke. Nobody has any money. Everyone's in massive debt right now. And I think somebody's finally trying to fuck over the banks and help these people. Because, I finally ended up, I live in a neighborhood of mostly immigrants and poor people. And I finally ended up talking to a bunch of people here. And that seems to be the case. It seems to be that the city's finally trying to do something regarding its infrastructure and poverty in the last 2 years. But I got wrapped up in it because I as far as the entertainment industry goes, I feel as though something big is about to happen in entertainment regarding like women and blacks and Jews and all this shit they've been talking about. And I got a friend of mine who's there's no way to say this without revealing who, because I got a friend whose dad.
We name names on this show, so
yeah, we all name names.
No, I don't want to. I got a friend whose dad is extremely famous, and he's worked for. He was on Saturday Night Live for a number of years. I don't know how to describe who this is without just he's fucking famous. And I got a friend who I felt like might in some way just want to be clued in on this, and I couldn't get in contact with her because all the telecommunications here are fucked up for some reason. I can't, my phone's not working, the laptop hasn't, everything's all fucked up, and I was just trying to get a hold of her to make sure that she's okay, and see if she's called this guy at any time. And I'm I finally called. I finally managed to get a hold of her, and I was like, "You talked to your mom, stepdad? What about the other guy?" And she's like, "No." And I go, "All right, well, I don't know why I'm making this call then, but
it sounds like you're just looking. You're just asking questions, looking for answers, and it seems.
Happened.
Go ahead.
I was getting fed up with all this, and I suspected it had something to do with the actual building 30 Rock in Saturday Night Live. So I went to 30 Rock and walked around there, and it was creepy, dude. Everything in there felt just off, to the point where I eventually just was I went into none of my phone cards, nothing's working, and I went into a newsstand to get a New York Times and a water, and nothing's working. And the guy, Saeem, he gets mad at me, and he's like, "I called police." And I go, "No, they're right here. I'm going to go grab them." And I grabbed the cops, and I said, "All right, this guy's mad because he thinks I'm trying to steal a paper and a water." And they go, "Sir, well, if you want, you can press charges. How much is this?" And he goes, "It's just $12.99. And she goes, "Do you want to press charges for $12.99? And then I looked at him and said, "Yes, Saeem, would you like to press charges against me for the amount of $12.99? And he was like, "No." And I go, "Well, then I'm leaving." And then I hopped the turnstile and went home.
Nice. At least you weren't like that guy that died.
No, I didn't die. But then I got home. I got back to my neighborhood, and I was just scrambling to figure out what's going on. As far as entertainment goes, comedy.
Yeah.
I got a close friend of mine who her dad is Daryl Hammond is the thing.
Yeah.
And so I just was worried. I just felt like I needed to reach out to her because I felt
like she might be in danger, or you didn't want to ask her questions because
I didn't. I don't want to pry. I don't want to pry into her personal life.
Gotcha.
She's a good friend
But you're still trying to figure out what's going on though. So that's why you're keeping tabs on.
No, not even that. I wanted to make sure that she was doing all right, and that because whatever news is about to break, I just didn't. I was just trying to reach out to let connect in some way because I feel like this has something to do with that show and with entertainment at large. Because have you guys seen that new movie, Don't Look Up?
No.
I
Is it any
watched
good?
30 minutes of it and couldn't finish it.
I would highly recommend watching it, even though it's gross, even though it's I was baffled by that movie. I was like, this is disgusting. This movie is
what's gross about it? It can't be any worse than black and white.
Go on. I kind of agree.
It reveals too much truth. I think it's because when it came out, everybody was saying it was like Idiocracy, and I go, no, this is not idiot. This is a fucking documentary. This is this is what these people are. If you've seen it, they mention media training. Oh, I just got a citizen. The person fatally stabbed. The suspect was last seen in Flushing. Anyway, the movie talks about how
hopefully it wasn't Bobo.
No, but in the movie, there's a comet headed toward Earth that's going to destroy it. And Leo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence are the two scientists who are trying to warn people. But when they get when they get wrapped up in the government and TV, they want them to keep it on the hush hush and act like everything's okay. And so Leo becomes the Fauci character of this movie. He becomes like this fucked up scientist who's always on TV until he snaps and he just cries on TV in front of Tyler.
Oh,
Perry.
I saw that clip online somewhere, and it made me laugh. I was like, I'm gonna lose.
Dude,
And then I realized it was a movie.
I tweeted this. I said, "This is the dumbest and probably most important movie that's being made right now because it's stupid on a level that I can't even explain, but it's also very accurate. If you watch that movie in a lot of entertainment now, whatever's going on, the way they're shooting these things, they're really focusing on the effects of isolation and the way people self-medicate, because this movie does something interesting where it really has these long shots just zooming in on drugs that they're using. And there's a scene in it where his wife, who he's been cheating on his wife. She starts throwing his medication at him. And I noticed that something interesting is they name everything by brand. She's like, here's his Xanax and his Cialis and this and that. And I think what it's trying to say is that people are getting pilled up by these pharmaceuticals that don't work. I know
so many people who take Xanax, Adderall, all this shit. You know, it's like, do you really need all that stuff? Like, both. Do you need an upper and a down? Like, what works for you? You're gonna try it. You could just walk into a place, give a fake name, and they will write you a script.
Whatever happened to drinking a few beers and slamming some nose clams and having a good night? Yeah, we need the pills.
Those beers.
I'm more subdued these days. I'm mostly, if I do drugs, I'll just smoke weed. Which, hey, that's not a drug, brother. But
I did notice. I noticed one of your tweets said something about the Lexapro. That you said you had a problem with that.
Well, yeah, man. This shit,
I took that shit too. It made me crazy.
Yeah, doesn't Lexapro make you want to kill yourself?
It made me like basketball.
Well, let me tell you.
I fucking hate basketball.
Oh yeah, did you get a big dick too?
No, I stopped taking it. I stopped taking it for 2 weeks, and then one day I woke up and I was like, "Why the fuck are there Kobe Bryant posters all over my room?" And like I had all these basketball players shit all over. I was like, I fucking hate basketball. I've never liked it, and so I was like, this is weird, man.
Lexapro fucked up my sex drive because like I was. Because now it's like. I was having so much trouble coming, and now it's fine. I'm back to being a teenager where it's like
hell yeah, blowing loads
immediately come.
Well, that does bring up a good point here, Dalton. We have to ask,
yes.
Big piece?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
Good answer.
No.
Correct.
I dated a woman
correct answer.
The first time we hooked up, she said, I'm embarrassed, but I just want to say you have a nice penis, and I said, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take any kind of compliment. A nice penis.
I'm not. You know what?
That is nice. It must be nice. You see these freakish things with snuffleupagus snouts on them, and then you get just a little 4-incher, nice shape, circumcised, I assume.
Yeah.
Ah, of course. It's America, after all.
Yeah.
At least last time I checked.
Oh no, I also think there's a clean. So if you guys have you guys been trying to buy a PlayStation 5 at all?
No, I'm still on the PS4. I don't see spending $500 more on a fucking PS5.
Well, if you look at the news, these things aren't. Sony's not even able to make
Godfrey. Why is Godfrey giving them away every day on Twitter? What the fuck is that about, by the way? Sorry.
Oh,
have you seen that?
Thing.
Oh, it's a black thing. All right.
That's a black people thing. Don't worry about that.
Okay. That's true.
That's not for
They're helping the community by giving away PS5s to make them more lazy. I mean, just to keep them going, keep them riled up.
No, but I have a gaming PC, so I don't even worry about that. But
somebody's doing well.
No, I'm not. I'm in debt. But if you look at the news, Sony can't produce them right now because there's a lithium shortage.
Yeah, it's the same way. It's the same way with new cars. If you look at somebody's car lots, they're empty. There's a chip shortage and all that shit.
Get this: the medication I was prescribed instead of Lexapro
was a lithium.
It's called It's called lithium carbonate. It's not
Yeah.
lithium. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
mineral that, and so that mineral. I'm from Texas. That same
Me too.
mineral is in. It's in the water. Really?
Yeah, from Tyler,
you
Texas.
didn't
I
know
heard,
this? I thought you guys
yeah.
knew this.
You're from
I-
Tyler?
Yeah, I heard you shout out Stanley's on a
Right.
podcast. I was like,
gonna
fuck
be a
yeah.
I
dangerous.
didn't know
This
you
is
were
going to
from
be
Tyler.
dangerous.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I moved up here like a year and a half ago.
You guys should talk about Texas for.
We will. We
33
will talk
minutes.
Texas.
I've been to Tyler. Did you ever do the East Texas Comedy Festival?
No, I didn't do that one. That's in Addison, right? Or is that in
No,
Athens?
it's in Tyler. It's in Tyler.
Tyler.
I used to do it.
Did they hold it
I used
downtown
to-
at that church place?
I don't know. It was somewhere.
I think it is.
I just remember Stanley's because the barbecue was so good.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking amazing.
I'm not even trolling. I love very specific local stuff. On
Yeah,
podcasts
no, but
because, no, I really do. I'm not even. I just because I know
They got a sandwich.
I wanna
they
piss
got a
people
sandwich
off.
at Stanley's called the Mother Clucker.
That's
best-
the one I get,
best
dude. It's so
barbecue-
fucking good.
Best barbecue chicken sandwich. I mean, that fucking thing is so goddamn good.
Yeah.
really. Maybe what if you
Yeah.
put a little
Oh yeah, Silk
Ski
City
Mask
hot
pullover,
sauce.
hot sauce on that SMC. We have
No,
our
you
own
can
hot
get-
sauce, Dalton.
You can get Stanley's barbecue sauce at the store.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've seen Stan. Oh, now it all
Yeah,
makes sense.
famous joint,
Yeah.
famous joint. Yeah, Tyler's a nice area, but Texas is like one of those places. It's good to retire. There's nothing really going on. Got to get up
Yeah.
here, get some crazy
That's why
shit. How long?
I moved to New York to be a part of something, and then the city
Yeah.
died. And
When did you wait, Dalton? When did you move up here? Because I feel like you must have done it around the same time as Ski Mask.
I came up here in like 2018.
Yeah, no, I was
Okay.
still offshore. I moved up here a year and a half ago. I moved up here when COVID first started, like right after it started.
It's a
And I was
great
like, oh, this is,
plan.
I was like,
Good
it's gonna be
time.
great. My U-Haul was going up north. All the other U-Hauls were going south.
You know what frustrates me, man, is more than anything is the indifference and resignation that people have toward this city at this point, where they go, I guess this is just the way it is forever now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
New York, that's not how this. This happened already in the 70s with this city. This city got gutted by the banks. They bought it up when there was the same recession and energy crisis and all that shit, and the city got fucked up by the banks. And it was a hellhole. That the New York
Sure.
of the 70s that everybody wishes they could have lived in was a disaster. And
I remember in the early '90s when I was growing up. I live in Connecticut, 20 minutes away, but we wouldn't go down there because it was still a shithole. Like mid '90s and up, it really came back.
Yeah, and what that allowed was for that wave of music and culture to come in here, like Lou Reed and all those, like the Bitter End. Like when I first moved here, I would go to the open mic at the Bitter End on Saturdays because it was the only open mic where I could go and actually watch not just comedians but musicians, poets, and true freak shows, because people
Hell yeah.
come from all over the world to perform there, and they have this, like, it's from like 1 to 6 on a Saturday. I would
Yeah.
go there every Saturday to just like be in that building and experience that. And it's funny, man, they got a mural there of all the famous people that came up through there, and one of the pictures is Cosby. And I remember
yeah.
it was around the time the news was breaking,
Not guilty.
and
by
I
the way.
went there and I saw
Not
the
guilty.
Cosby thing, and I noticed it. And then the next time I was there, they didn't take his picture down; they put bars over it. They just
Like
put-
jail
they
bars.
just put prison bars over
Well, you
it.
go back there. You got to take them off.
Yeah, you got to go back and
I know,
make a
right?
point.
Yeah, the city. The issue with New York really is the city allowed itself to get bought up by nonsense to the point where these historic landmarks that people come to this city to experience are gone. It's
Yeah.
like
They're buried.
Growing up, it was always like you would watch it about New York. You would see CBGBs and what is
Right.
it, Max's Kansas City and all that shit. And by the time I got here, that had all turned into Starbucks and John Varvatos stores.
Yeah.
And the only one that was left was the Bitter End.
Yeah.
But what usually happens when shit really hits the fan is all the rich kids leave. Thank Christ they're gone.
Yeah.
And then the
Fucking
actual
boat shoes.
Yeah, the fucking Sperry's.
I have a
Yeah,
pair of
they're-
spares as
That,
well.
I know. That's why I brought it up. You clown.
Great shoes, functional
Do you
shoe.
guys, well, speaking of, do you guys watch Succession?
No,
I
what
do,
is that?
Dalton, this is on my list to talk to you about. I'm all caught up. Talk to me about. I've seen your tweets.
What
and
did
I've
you
been
think-
dying to ask you about this.
What did you think of that third season? Because I watched it and I got really scared. I was like, this is saying something.
Yeah, well, that's what you tell me. I'm all. I don't know.
That
I was looking at
whole-
Shaban's big ass most of that
Yeah,
season.
hell yeah. Well, the whole show is showing you Sopranos style what these big media conglomerates really are. Which
Very
really
dark show. Yeah.
Yeah, at the top of all of these companies is just a weird family of inbreeds and
George Soros.
rich kids. Pretty much, dude. In this show, within the show, every decision, everything they're saying that they do seems very flippant, and none of it makes that much sense. But then you realize the subtext is that they're making decisions that are going to have drastic impacts on the world around them. And so in the third season, they're in talks with this Elon Musk type character for him to merge with the company. And I caught this right away. I said, wait, what is this character? Why are they introducing us to this guy? And I started to, I had to really think. And do you remember months ago, or I don't even know how long ago, it got scrubbed from the internet. Elon Musk tweeted the words "Succession is the vaccine," and then it got scrubbed. Well, in the third season of this show, they're talking about this guy and they're worried about him because he's like a new internet tech guy. And then he gets on a plane and tweets something, and the whole boardroom starts flipping out, going, "What is this? Is this a play?
Right.
We're in." And that made me think. I wonder if when he tweeted that, he might have been in talks with Elon, the real Elon. He might have been in talks with somebody to do something like a business agreement, and that was a play. That's what these people do, man. These people at the top, they do weird, fucked up shit. The example I like is in American Psycho, that scene when he's at the bar and he tells that woman, "I want to cut your throat and bathe in your blood," and she goes,
Right.
"What?" And he goes, "I'll have a gin and tonic."
Yeah,
those
I
kinds of
think
things-
more and more, and people need to accept this as truth. I think, Dalton, but I think it's pretty simple that everything is pretty much, they put everything in plain sight, because then it's like, oh yeah, it's, they did that on the show. It normalizes it to a level, and you almost can't question it because it was on a show. It was
That is
The
true.
signal for me, the signal for me in that show this season that really bothered me was Dasha. Do you know Dasha?
Do I
No.
know Dasha?
Do you know of Dasha?
I don't.
No, it sounds like
Maybe.
a
Is this a
stripper.
person, a thing? I'm an idiot.
She's in the third season of Succession. She plays Kendall's assistant.
Oh yes, yes.
So this fucking bitch, she's just a podcaster. She's like hanging out with Alex Jones and shit in real life. And she used to date Adam Friedland from Cumtown, and she's a big Xanax addict. She's a fucking
Ugh.
nightmare.
Nice.
And I did when I saw her on this show, I was like,
How did you get
how did
that?
And then over the course of the season, her character becomes more and more prominent to the point where I said something's going on, because she's reading lines describing Dasha, not the character on the show. I'm like, is she in on this? Does she know that they're making fun of her? And I started reading about this woman. Come to find out, not only is she a rich kid, her mom is like the Duchess of Belarus. It's like some fucking aristocrat from
No
some
shit.
Soviet. Yeah. So,
It's all very ancestral, all of it.
but I'm saying, like, I think she's because what this show shows you is how easy they burn people. They'll make these decisions where they go, all right, so I'm gonna have to burn you, and that just means you're gonna have 3 years, and then you come back, and they go, okay, and so I don't know if she knows she's gonna get burned or not, because this bitch has been running around doing God knows what with Alex Jones and all this shit, trying to make a name for herself, being a fucking idiot. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden she's on Succession, and that doesn't make any sense. And I started reading up on her and then reading all these different articles, and I just fell down this rabbit hole going, something is about to happen in the entertainment industry. Something big is about to go down.
So it came all the way back to what we were originally talking about. It's all
Right.
the same. So do you think it's related to what you see going on in New York?
Yeah, I think so. I think because New York is the not only is there a lot of entertainment here, it's also the trading hub. So we
Right.
got the World Trade Center, the Freedom Tower. So like if you watch Wolf of Wall Street or any trading places, any of that, they always show the clocks on the walls because those guys, they get up at 4 a.m., go for a jog, and then they call Tokyo to do business deals. And so they've already decided what our lives are going to look like before we're even awake.
Right.
So that's what this city is. And if the banks and the lawyers, the SEC, are like all these different agreements and nods and whispers that happen in these buildings, if that's deciding our lives, and we're all like, myself and everyone in this building I live in this neighborhood is just poor or immigrants or both. I mean, that's not fair. It's beyond not fair. It's criminal, really, that they're destroying the city. And so I think the city did something to undermine Wall Street finally, because they've been putting. I like these guys. I don't even know if they're evil. It's really the thing that bothers me is the indifference. They just care about money to the point where they don't realize what the effect that they're having. They think
and maybe not even so much money as it is the power, because with money
Power
comes
is
great
money,
power,
yeah.
So if they know they have control over everything and they know the people that are around them also do, why step down? Why go any further to help someone else? They get wrapped up in this crazy world and then you're in. It's like, but do you really want that? Like, I'm sure like half these guys don't want to be that, but once they're in, like they're so far fucking gone that they get wrapped up in everything.
That movie. You gotta watch that movie. Don't Look Up, because that's what it's about. It's about.
I'll check it out. The reason I didn't click on it is because how many fucking movies do we have to have about a meteor coming to the Earth? Every time I read it, I'm like, another one.
By the way, first off, this one's really funny. It's a really funny movie. I just found it disturbing because it's accurate. It's like, you look at Jennifer Lawrence in this movie and you think about like what happened to her, where she got her nudes got leaked, and then she got fucking she got railroaded though. Like the media
sure she did.
back on her. Yeah.
We do the low hanging fruit here, Dalton. This is not a highbrow show at all. If you haven't figured that.
But the media kind of turned its back on her in a big way because of that, and she got really.
Like her to turn her back to the camera.
Oh, wearing.
Yeah, I mean, I think even Aaron Andrews got. Who was it? The ESPN reporter? I think she got more media
Aaron
coverage.
Andrews. Oof,
yeah, I think she got more coverage than Jennifer Lawrence did. But I mean, it was a different case. She was being spied on. But still.
But the thing is, like,
don't stay in shitty hotels.
Like, sharing someone's nudes is a crime. Like that's
it is in Texas. Well, no, they made it illegal to send dick pics. That's what it is.
It's a crime here in New York. I dealt with it. I met a woman who.
Somebody send a picture of your piece out.
No. I met a woman.
Nice piece.
I met a woman who was dealing with some shit with a open micer, and she was telling me that he'd been sending her nudes to other people, and I said, well, this guy's out of here, like,
right?
Because not only, I mean, he was doing shit way beyond, like, worse than that, but that was the one thing you could nail him to the wall on as far as a crime, and so it's just. I feel like in media, what happened is they created a buzzword called Me Too, which is gay, because it all falls under the umbrella of civil rights. But all this shit we got flooded with it to the point where we're just like, it's all gay. I'm gay. You're gay. We're gay.
I'm gay.
Say it all the time.
Yeah, we're wearing shirts that say "Big Piece." He's got cocks on his shirt.
I'm gay.
It's amazing.
And it's I think there's going to be
raining dicks.
I feel like something's about to happen. Something in the media something has to happen.
Something has to happen. Exactly.
Nothing's happened in 2 years. Something has to happen.
Yeah, but don't you feel like every time something's about to happen, some kind of big distraction comes? I mean, every time it's leading up to the point, and then boom, another distraction, and people just stay distracted and go on about their lives and forget about what happened the day before.
I think we're getting they're purposefully distracting us right now because there's something going on that can't be revealed yet. And I don't mean a conspiracy. I mean, these laws, the way they're written, they all happen in these buildings and boardrooms, and it takes time, and they can't reveal what they're doing yet.
Right.
But something has to happen because we can't keep going from variant to variant, vaccine and booster and masked and all that shit. I'm not Dave Smith. I'm not gonna like ring this bell over and over again. Like you know what I mean. I'm saying like realistically, there does have to be like some sort of shift because I go to places in New York where it's like the restrictions truly are not nonsensical to the point where we have to make an agreement within the restaurant like, well, this is stupid. I'm going to sit down now. Right. I love you. I'm like,
yeah, that's everywhere. That's what to your point, everyone you talk to in the real world is like, I'm so tired of this. Like it's not sustainable. But it's interesting because I don't know what would, how do you break people that have embraced the new normal? This is like their life now.
You would have to get them to stop sedating themselves because everybody's on drugs right now. And I don't just mean weed and booze. I mean like prescription medications.
Which is like the number one thing that controls people's minds, and they don't even know it. You're on something for so long, eventually you just go with the flow because now you feel better. Now, life's great because I feel good. You know.
That's what I wanted to say about lithium. You know that's in the water everywhere where there's natural well water, and where I'm from, I drank well water.
Hell yeah!
All the time. That was the only water.
It's delicious.
So, yeah, and so this lithium they put me on, I was reading about it, and I go, this is just in the fucking water, and it's not in the water in New York because we have to filter it because the water here is dirty.
Right.
But where I'm from, I was getting all the shit I needed from my diet, and then I don't get that in New York, and so they had to prescribe me bullshit as a way of saying, all right, just don't bother anyone.
Yeah, don't buy newspapers. Don't ask people questions. It's like, they don't have an answer. Is it because they don't care or they really don't know? You know,
they really don't know. I think this is global. I think there's, like, I'm talking about my own personal experience, but I talk to people all over the world just through Twitter and shit. And you talk to someone in Australia, it's a police state right now. Australia's fucked, and that's everywhere. And
you hear that, Brown Snake?
He won't watch. He hates you, but I'll tell him that you said that.
I don't know how you guys feel about comedy at this point, but I'm fed up with it because I feel like everybody's reaching out to me.
Go off, King.
Everybody's reaching out to me like you need to be doing shows and focusing on writing, and I'm like, writing about what? There's nothing going on. I'm gonna go to a comedy club and perform for what reason? For why? There's no like whatever insecurity you're dealing with. Whoever's been saying this shit to me, it has nothing to do with me. I've been doing comedy for a decade. I'm fucking good at it. I don't need to go do this whole idea of stage time. I've done it.
Yeah,
I've fucking done it, dude. And in a way that I'm very happy about. Like I did it the punk way, where I was sneaking into bars at 20 and smoking cigarettes, and then going on stage and screaming at people after a metal band just performed.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it. Speaking of, you brought up something earlier that we know is definitely on Stansel's list, also on mine. You brought up Dave Smith. Now, here in the past, we, of course, heard you on our Lord and Savior Kevin Britton's podcast defending Kevin himself. Stansel's frozen. Stancel, you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen. I'm here.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? You're really still. That was beautiful. Yes, because I know this is interesting.
Focusing on his breathing.
Now, I was thinking about Kevin wearing my shirt on stage this week.
That is really, true.
Made my weekend when I wanted to blow my.
What do you want to know about Dave?
We don't want to know about Dave. We want to know why.
we're not trying to-
We just want to know what was going through your mind. But first of all, let's check this out. There's great KB in
we
Richmond wearing
zoom
the
in?
stencil. Oh shit, I can't zoom in. But just
Well,
know.
I want to say first off that I love Kevin. Like, I think Kevin is very, very funny and a sweetheart. And I think
I know he's
Dave
listening
is,
right now.
Dave is kind of mean and kind of a bully, but also, I don't. It's his world does not intersect with mine at all beyond Legion of Skanks, and it's like when I did what I did on that show, he revealed what he like. He kind of revealed himself to me in a way that I was like,
I thought it was hilarious.
and I was like, I thought this is what this show was.
Right,
Exactly. That's
I agree.
Yeah.
when I heard like when they were talking about it after, I was like, what do they mean? I was laughing my ass off. I just heard randomly because you were as a guest, you just sat down and just started. It was an empty chair. You've been on the show before.
Lewis got up to piss, and I
Exactly.
just said, "Who cares?" I mean, the everything.
Isn't that
around
what
me is
comedy's
falling
supposed to be
apart.
about? Like you're a known guy around the scene. Like it's funny just to sit down and take over a show.
I don't know why everybody's so scared. Like, what rug do they? We're out of
Right.
rugs to get pulled out from under us.
Right.
It's not like you
pulled
got
out
on there and
rugs.
started screaming the N-word. You know, you just
Yeah.
you were just being
Which
funny.
is what Lewis does.
Right.
But
Oh,
I
man.
mean, Dave is sincerely talking about running for president, and it's like, man.
So
I've
did
seen
Stacey
this-
Pressman.
But I've seen
No.
this play out. I saw Stanhope do this, and he lost his mind. He went
Yeah.
crazy trying to run for president. And by the end of it, he said, "This is fucking bullshit. I should have never done this."
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so have you? I sent Kevin a link. I know he's listening. He's just too scared to get on. His kids are probably home, so I don't think he's coming on. But yeah, great appearances on his show. You were
Wait,
defending
I-
him. Go ahead.
I was-
Go.
No,
Are
no.
you-
I had a couple. I mean, to get back to our roots, we did some MLC news to touch on.
Yes, we got to touch on our MLC news.
here. Very quickly. Let me put on my admiral hat, not the captain's hat, like a future felon would wear on
You look like
MLC.
Captain Crunch.
Cap-
all
he's Captain
faggots.
Peace.
Aye, mateys, put it in me shit locker.
I'm going to the poop deck.
Oh yeah, I'll be going to the poop deck after this. Gonna smoke a blunt and eat a chicken parm wedge with hot cherry peppers, doused with Silk City pullover hot sauce, available at.
There you go. I like that.
I got
What's your-
I got email sent to me regarding Kevin's our football pool. Some guy Carmelo, and I won't share it out of respect, but I will. I've literally in school I made thesis papers that weren't this long. Ski mask. I said, did you get the chance to look at these?
No, they wouldn't load. So I was going to let you read the email, and I'll read the comment from the future felon.
Don't read that. Don't read that. It's too much.
Yeah, don't read. Oh my God. Yeah, don't read that. We'll be here all fucking night.
And there's another one. About, mind you, this pool is about $250. And mind you, Kevin can make up the rules however the fuck he wants, you retards. And this guy's going on and on.
Jesus.
Just to me, he responded just to me about this because I chimed in. Kevin sent us a question, and I said, just saw this. Any babies who complain should have their money forfeited and a bounty put on their head. Go play DraftKings if you want to do boring bullshit. And this guy sent me a 6-paragraph, 2 emails, 6-paragraph. I can't even.
Oh my God.
I was just laughing
And
looking at it.
so why are you afraid to put his name out if there's 6 paragraphs? We
I
need
said
to know who the
it's Carmelo.
psychopath is.
His
Okay.
name is Carmelo.
All right, Carmelo.
Are you sure that's a
fucking
real
bro.
email? Because I've been getting a lot of emails that
Oh,
look
this
like
is a real.
that, and they're rape. They're rape. No, they're fake.
Oh, yeah, the getting rape emails? Forward.
Firstly,
No.
rules are something set forth in advance of a competition so that obviously everyone is
They
playing by the
were.
same set. And whether good or bad, at worst, everyone knows they're getting into. That said, our rules have been continue to be the furthest thing from set in stone. And coincidentally, I can't even. This is what I
Jim,
mean.
that's
I can't
copy.
even read this.
Whatever you're reading is copy. That's just
It's
fucking
not.
legal.
He says specific things.
Right,
Kevin
right,
took Kevin took the Browns, and this gave him and all the others who took the Browns a one-time 5.5 or 6.5 point swing difference, and the spread was made about 20 minutes before kickoff. But kudos to our commissioner for sending this obviously logic-defying one-time change. I can't. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm gonna murder someone in cold blood.
Now,
I
do you
don't
know?
know,
Do you know what this guy's standing is in the football poll? Is he mad because he's losing? I mean, of course, I wasn't allowed in this year because the future felon wouldn't let me in there.
That's right.
So we'll have to see about next year. But
No, I think
I
somebody,
don't want to dox him.
Have you guys been listening to the music on your phones lately, like through the phone?
yeah.
Does it
I always
sound
do.
different?
No, I saw that tweet earlier.
I have a waterproof Pelican case on my phone.
I understand music, like I have a
Yeah.
background in music, and so
Yeah, same.
I think one of these I don't know, 5G, they've changed the frequency that our phones use to play music and sound, because I could detect it. I was walking around and like hearing it, and I was like, everything sounds way more vibrant. And I started playing around with my phone and playing and testing it, playing guitar along with it, singing, and I was like, this is definitely different. And I started noticing around the city that the tempo of the city had changed. Like the internal rhythm, the circadian rhythm, they had set it to like triplet, like 3-4 time. And that doesn't make any sense. What I'm saying, I understand, makes zero sense. But I'm not.
No, it's okay, man. At least you're bringing it up. At least you're bringing it up.
I refuse. I've sworn off updates on Apple since last year because every time all I care about on my phone is my music. I download everything still. I refuse to stream everything. I want hard copies on my phone for when I'm locked. For when they take down the 5G towers, I'll still have music on my phone to worry about streaming. And every time you update it, they fuck over iTunes.
Yeah.
If you're a person like me who likes hard copies on, because they're forcing you to pay $10 a month for Apple Music, and I'll never do it. Fuck you, Apple. I'm glad Steve Jobs is dead of AIDS and being gay.
Ha ha! All right, Dalton. We're gonna bring in another guest. Now, listen. If this guy, he sometimes goes a little bit off the rails, and if he does,
we'll get rid of him.
Yeah,
real
we'll
quick.
we'll get rid of him real quick. He knows that. Go ahead, caller. You're
on with Dalton Pruitt.
God.
Hey,
he
boys.
annoys me.
How are
Hey,
ya?
what's up,
He
Victor?
does. Isn't he so fucking annoying just looking at him?
Hey.
Where you at? Where you? What casino are you at?
I'm in the basement of my hood right now. What's up?
You tell me. You took
Put
the.
your hat on forward.
Yeah, dude. What do you? I've never seen you wear your hat backwards. You look
Okay.
ridiculous.
Yo.
God.
Proper.
All right, look. The only reason you're here, you took the
Embarrassing
IQ
us.
test. You took the IQ test. Now, you did score very highly. However, you did not come in first place.
Whoa.
Told you I'm
Yeah.
retarded. I told you.
But
All right,
you came in second. Well, I'll
Dalton, we
read
had
the
it. We,
scores.
we had everyone. We did an IQ test. Whoever wanted to take it, and I've been waiting for this day. You have the results.
I do have the results of the people who took the test. Now, look, I had to take it 3 times because the first 2 times I got so goddamn bored halfway between. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? And then finally, I just...
Low IQ.
All right, Happy Go Becky, first place. All right?
No!
138. I'm telling you. Oh, some lady on
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
she's
nice
right
lady.
about everything.
Twitter. I know,
Maybe
right?
she's not a bitch.
Victor, it pains me to say you got second, 118. Look, I've seen you throw $3,000 in a fucking slot machine in 5 minutes.
By the way, to that point, Victor got a 118, and he couldn't even follow the directions.
Wait,
on
no,
the
I was
fucking
wrong.
IQ
I was wrong.
test.
I was wrong. Victor got a 135.
Okay, that makes my point even worse.
I didn't.
He
take
couldn't
it.
even
I
follow
guess
the
that's just-
directions on the IQ test. He sent me the picture of his results when you clearly said to email it to you because it was supposed to be a surprise.
That's true. I
So
told him
that
to
goes to show just because you have a high IQ doesn't mean you're not a retard, right, Victor?
Hey,
Correct.
What did I just say? I told you I'm a retard.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen you do some
I'm
pretty dumb stuff.
I'm pretty smart, but I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, but this was a weird IQ test. It was like guessing shapes. I was like, I fucking hate geometry. Where's the
There's a
2
bunch
plus
about-
2?
This is a
I'll
space.
wait for my score to give my.
No, do you know
excuse.
anything about this sacred geometry?
No.
Who,
What,
the
triangles and
Egyptians?
squares?
Yeah, like pyramids and shit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
geometry is, they knew math centuries ago before we even had calculus. They were building pyramids and,
It sounds like a lot of work, Dalton.
Pyramids, Dalton. Humans, aliens. Quick.
humans.
Nah.
There you have it,
pyramids.
folks.
There you have it.
No,
right here.
that's
Right here.
humanity. Louis has that great bit about, like, if you just throw enough death and suffering at something, you can do it.
Yeah.
And he's
true.
right. I mean, I think it was like a team
No,
of
I
people.
agree.
And then they said, all right, slaves, carry
Yeah,
this
slaves
stone
were great.
here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think we got all
They
these
had a
beautiful
purpose. Let's be
diamonds?
honest, They had a purpose for a time.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't need that anymore. You don't need
No.
slave. I don't even think anybody needs a job at this
I mean,
point.
I'm a
We should
slave.
all-
Yeah, I'm a slave.
We
We're
should
all
all just
slaves.
be able to put
I
on
would
our Oculus headsets and play Forza or whatever.
paint your wall with cum.
Paint,
Yeah, that's
just
what I would
jerk
do.
off, sedate completely sedate yourself.
Did you get your Oculus, Dalton? I heard you
I
needed
got
an
an
Oculus.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, who gifted you the Oculus? Did you get it yourself, or did Louis J. Gomez
bought
gift
it.
you the Oculus? Oh, okay.
I bought it.
I think he deserves to give you an Oculus.
I think somebody's doing pretty well over there.
Lewis should give me the world. He should
Yeah.
offer me.
You got lucky going on that show. I started off on a bad foot with Louis when we did Chrissy Mayer's, one of her shows. I told him I was going to find
Chrissy,
him.
Chrissy's such a dipshit. She like the fact that she went to that January 6th thing is like so stupid. It's just like what were you just desperate to get out of the house?
Well, I guess she was also out of the house this January 6th. She just filmed a special on January 6th at Governor's, I
What-
think.
yeah. What's
That's
it called?
right.
Back in the saddle.
Oh, a horse
Ooh,
joke. That's
bird.
fucking. This guy gets it. Saddle up. We're here for some puns. It's an unbridled
you
joke.
guys are- All right. It was
What
Rusty
did the
Nichols that
Gallup
got the
poll say about
118.
Chrissy?
Oh,
The Gallup
I don't.
polls.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
the-
We'll
what did
glue him to
Stancil
a
get?
wall.
Hey, what are you doing January 24th, Stancil?
I'll be on Chrissy Mayer's wet spot at Compound Media. That's a fact.
You want to know who I pissed off?
Whee!
Who'd you make mad?
I pissed
shit.
off Aaliyah Janine because
That's
we did
easy.
Yeah, I know. We watched one of her clips on a podcast. Me and my co-host. We didn't even it was an audio only podcast where I pulled out my phone.
Did she do this? Did she do this? Ah!
No, she wasn't there. I just tweeted
Oh, okay.
something.
Did she
trying
do
to,
this? Did she do this?
Yes, she was sucking a dick. But I just tweeted something where I tagged her in it, saying like, "Hey, check out our show and check out Aaliyah. We watched one of her movies," and then she reached out to me and chewed me out to the point where I said, "Aaliyah, whatever you need from me, I'll do it. But I want you to know I'm on your side. I have no idea why you're treating me this way." And she kept chewing me out to the point where I said, "Okay, I'm blocking you now. We'll
Yeah.
delete the episode. This is over. Please stop. Please stop."
I would have
I'm not even going to get started on porn
Yeah,
stars
you
taking
just-
themselves seriously. So.
Right. It's a joke. It's worse than teachers. All right. Let's finish this
don't
dumb
get me
bit up. This bit's been going on for a month. That's how
This bit's been going on for
that's
over
how,
3 months.
That's how much I didn't want to do
What
this.
a dumb show this is.
Ugh.
Go ahead. I gotta keep going.
Rusty Nichols got 118. Rusty Nichols.
Whoa! I knew he's a smart guy. He stays up late.
he's a good
messaging
egg.
Kevin.
He does. He does. Everybody messages Kevin. You just wait and hope that he's going to respond to you. Let's see here. Who's this?
Is Kevin in here? Where is Kevin?
No, I'm sure he's listening. I sent him the link, and it said seen. Like, sometimes he'll pop on, and it's been a while, but I haven't invited him in a while. He got mad because he got mad at me a little bit because I was going to say something about Chad, and he said, "Don't make jokes about Chad on my expense" or something.
Oh, wait a minute! I never got to that email, did I? I got
no!
one of my Dalton. I'm basically Varys from Game of Thrones. I have my little birdies, and I'm gay.
Yeah, did you see
and
Stan's
somebody, one
performance?
of my little birdies sent me a message that he got from Chad. Would you like me
this
to
is a
read it
good
on
one.
the air?
Yeah, go ahead. I like this one. I was reading it on the way home. I almost hit a curb.
One of my little
Your
birdies. Shout out to
enthusiasm?
my birdies. Where is it? See, right here. He got an email.
Captain.
Call off the dogs. Call off the dogs, man. This is out of hand. We were once cool, but I had to block you because you're relentless. I have no ill will towards you. Just know I'm a person, and the piling on gets old. Watch your app, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's a person. Is that what he said when he threatened to rape children?
Either way, Happy New Year. I'm on a new path this year.
Chad sent this?
Yeah.
Dude, Chad has sent some wild text messages to us
I
and Kevin.
did Chad's podcast recently, and he, I can tell when people are maybe
have bipolar disorder.
Well, no, you can see it in people's eyes, man. You can see like in someone's eyes, like
alcoholism. Stolen credit cards.
Whatever's going on in someone's head, if you look into someone's eyes, you can see it.
Yeah.
I've been going around my neighborhood talking to people and telling them
you're on the street,
just telling them, hey, by the way, because like I'll go somewhere, my phone cards, nothing's working.
Why don't you record this stuff, like man on the street stuff? This would be gold. You should start
because I've been doing detective work. This is fucking Miller's Crossing.
Oh yeah, I just watched that.
And I talk to people, and they won't serve me. I went into a place to get a $1 slice, and I go, hey buddy, none of the ATMs are working around here. All the banks are closed. Phone's not working. Cars, I have no access to anything. Can I just? I'll get you back. I live right around here. And he goes, sorry, can't help you. And I go, hey, listen up, buddy. I want to let you fucking know something. I got locked away during Christmas because of whatever's going on in this neighborhood, and you won't serve me a $1 slice of pizza right now. Is that
that surely worked, right?
And well, no, he started crying, and he said, I'm sorry. And I go, yeah, I fucking bet you are. And then I was stormed out of there and went and stole food from somewhere else.
Nice. Nothing greater than a nice thievery.
Was he Italian? Because the Italians are very emotional.
I don't think Italians... He was?
To be honest with you, what ended up happening, I went to a Korean restaurant and was like very frazzled. And I started talking to the lady, and she seemed concerned. And I had to go, wait, Anyang. And she goes, what? And I go, 안녕하세요. And she goes, oh, yeah, sit down. Because that just, in Korean, that means hello, good day. And that was
a connection, a human connection.
That was letting her know, like, hey, I know something's going on, but can I just have something to eat? And they were very accommodating. They served me, and then they let me just eat and leave. They were like, okay, you can go now. And I was like,
nice.
I was like, oh,
Anyang. You just eat for free around town?
Yeah.
Is that
he doesn't even have to do the dishes. This is crazy.
All you have to say is Anyang?
안녕하세요.
That's right.
Let's finish this bit and then never do it again.
Yes, this was a horrible idea. Whose idea was this, Stancil?
It was partly mine, yeah.
Yeah,
right. Stancil, now what was your score?
My score was the score was 1-0. Hold on. The score was 107, but I have a few asterisks involved. Can I give my asterisks?
Go ahead. We didn't give
I was very high.
Okay.
I didn't know it was timed, so I was taking my time doing it and ran out of time, so I didn't get to finish it.
Huh?
And I guess that's it. I was very high, and I didn't know it was time. So I'm sure I would have done a little bit better.
You didn't read.
Probably not 138 because that kind of, or whatever Becky and Victor are. Because I feel like above a certain number, you're technically a genius, but you're also...
Well, apparently Bob Levy...
has become autistic.
Bob Levy got the message saying that he was too smart for the test, that they didn't quite have a high enough score.
Really?
What was that about?
He couldn't figure out how to take it, is what happened. I'm not kidding. That's true.
It's a
what's going on here? What's
anyway.
going on? What, it's telling me to check and click on this? I don't know how to fucking click on
here we go.
Give me a
I
virus.
just got a news alert. No evidence of drugs or foul play in the death of Bob Saget.
That came out last night.
You think he's actually dead?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
You know why he died? You know why he died? So people would stop talking about fucking Betty White. We got to move on to the next subject. One a week.
I bet he's just hiding.
Well, that would be funny if he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do the bit.
I bet.
Because remember they thought Norm was gonna do the bit. Yeah.
Him and Norm are just having a laugh right now.
They're like the two guys from. They're the two guys from Shawshank Redemption. They got a bar down in Mexico.
Yeah,
Guantanamo.
Yeah, he's painting a boat. Hey, finally made it. Hey.
So
is it me, or am I just getting old, or is it getting worse? Like, as soon as he posted he died, It made the like everybody's posting a picture with him. Like, can you let
brutal.
the guy get fucking cold before you prove that you met him one time? Jesus fucking
I didn't
Christ!
really
Well, not only that-
Makes me
Go ahead.
sick.
At Skankfest, he was barricaded in the green room. Like
Really?
no one was letting him, letting anyone talk to him.
Wow. I wonder if that was his decision or like maybe because he had a tour coming up. Maybe
It
like
was
the whole
his
COVID
decision.
thing.
He was on tour.
Yeah.
The only
He was on
the only two people that did that were him and the band Steel Panther, where you couldn't go in the green room.
He might have taken a lot of Adderall or something.
Yeah.
And fuck with them.
Maybe he was just 65 and he had a heart attack.
True.
He wasn't in the best
Possible.
shape or anything. He's not. He's not. But shout out to Bob Sack. Can we finish this? Who else took this fucking dumb?
It's
fucking
over.
test?
It's over.
I finished last.
I
Ski,
finished.
what'd you get?
I got a 98. The reason is now. Listen, can I put my asterisk or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
oh
you call
yeah.
it?
We
First
can't
of all, I
even
got a
say
big
asterisk.
piece. First of all, I got a big piece. That's where all my
Fuck yeah.
fucking. That's where my IQ goes. Okay.
Yeah.
And listen. I'm at
Yeah,
work
me
trying to
too,
do this
yeah.
shit. I got people yelling, asking for this, asking for that. I'm trying to fucking guess these shapes. I don't give a fuck about a triangle and a square.
We're a lot
You
of
know,
shapes.
I got through 10 questions. I just started guessing. Right? I know you think I'm lying. Send me a real IQ test. I don't need this geometry shit.
Right. My
Yeah, you
IQ
look like
tests are the
Lady Luck.
streets, nigga.
Yeah.
All right.
I let Lady Luck decide my IQ. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
go in there. I take the exam. Whatever happens, happens. That's how smart I am.
Hey, man, my IQ is measured in inches.
Ooh.
IQ's measured-
Yeah, fuck you, Victor. What are
My
you,
brain
smart
is in her mouth.
loser?
Hey, I did want to
didn't-
bring this up. Now, Dalton, I probably know the answer to this, but it does seem a little bit overboard where to the fact the Luis Gomez stuff, it seems like a bit. Now, are you here to say that it's not a bit, that it's all real? Is he actually
I
looking
don't
out for you?
know,
Is he
man.
being a dick? It seems
I'm
like
always-
it's all a ploy.
It's
Right.
kayfabe for sure. It's definitely wrestling, but I think he's stressed. I think he's like fucking. You know, he wants control over that company, but it's like, what company? There's no company. It's,
Well, like I was listening to a show today, and he was talking
Shannon's
about
farting in jars.
Yeah, he was talking
Yeah.
about. He was like, "Yeah, I'm bringing everybody from Gas to Jamaica, all 18 people that work out." I'm like, you need 18 people for that? No wonder you're
also, why,
stressed.
why does he keep going to Jamaica?
I know
so-
it's such a It's such a.
Yeah, it's like going to the same place over and over.
Yeah.
Go to Turks and Caicos.
Ooh, Turks and Caicos is nice.
I love that place. Very nice. I've only been there once. I'd like to go back.
I've never been.
Go to Colombia, get some whores. I don't know.
Did you guys ever watch that David Cross show?
Is that the magician?
The Magician? No,
No, David-
the
what show?
increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret, or increasingly
Oh,
bad.
I did watch that a few
Dude,
years ago.
That was so. That there's a scene.
It
There's
is
a.
good.
He keeps fucking up to the point where they have to like exile him, and they go, well, you could either go to Turks and Caicos or North Korea, and he's like, well, I've had enough of the Turks, so I gotta go to North Korea.
That's pretty funny. I'd probably watch that.
Wait, can I? And again, I may have totally missed this because I'm an idiot. But I was. Is the Loud Boys done? Is it on
Yes,
a hiatus? It's officially.
We're taking a breather.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know. We started the show.
gives a
right
fuck?
Before, the thing is, the show started right before the pandemic, and then
Yeah, I think
got-
we both started our shows around the same time because I remember like
Yeah,
when you
and-
guys first started it, somebody put out a bullshit poll like which is a better show, Ski Mask Collective or Loud Boys. I think you guys won by a slight margin.
1,000.
Yeah.
But the show has always been on its last legs. The dynamic of the show has always been like,
Yeah.
well, these guys.
That's why we wanted you as a guest. We wanted to bring you from your show to see another show that's always on its last leg. We've had a lot of
Yeah.
co-hosts. We've taken hiatuses, and we always seem to come back. And
But
something
also,
happens.
Robbie and I have dealt with pretty extreme loss this year. My best friend from childhood got killed, and he lost someone in a very almost like a Twin Peaks situation where none of it
restaurant?
makes sense. Yeah, his friend got motorboated today. No, he was at a wedding and his buddy got killed the night
Yeah.
before the wedding.
Right.
And so
Was he was supposed to attend the wedding?
the what dude, I don't know. I think the wedding did still happen. It was all fucked up, and I think we all agreed like none of this is important. To be honest, we were all just of the mind like this is all so stupid, and we're so fucking miserable because we're not dealing with our shit. And so we were like, we'll just take a break. We'll take a breather.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. Well, what isn't this stupidity? I mean, that's the only thing that keeps me from offing myself is this, just laughing at all the terrible things that have happened to me in my life.
I know, but we were getting stressed because like there's just all this tension and nobody's taking care of themselves. Like
if it
I've been
becomes stressful,
trying
then
to.
who gives a fuck?
But like when I watch people doing drugs and drinking and all that and partying and they're not really addressing any of their real shit. I mean, that's a tell. It's like, oh, the writing's on the wall here. If someone's doing cocaine enough, they're gonna burn out.
Right, or get a bad batch, if you know what I mean.
Or they drink it
in
up, they'll
California.
die on a conveyor belt at an
Yes,
airport and have
yeah.
to be defibrillated.
2 days before Christmas.
I'm very health conscious now after all of this. Like,
Yeah, I really wasn't until I dropped dead on a conveyor belt.
That really happened in Texas.
Yeah, I landed in Houston Hobby, and I was going on the conveyor belt, and I just passed out and had a seizure. I was in the hospital for 2 days.
Classic. Hilarious. He was wearing a big piece shirt.
I was wearing the
real
shirt that he's wearing. I had dicks all over it.
Hilarious. Absolutely classic. Absolutely.
My
I wish you
dad-
got crushed. If you got crushed in a conveyer belt, it really would have put this podcast to another level.
It came close because all the people on the conveyor belt thought I was joking until they saw blood coming out of my mouth. 'Cause of course, you see a
I
guy
wish I was
just
there.
yeah, it's classic. But that's what I
They
mean.
ever
Of course,
find out
what
what caused that?
alcohol withdrawal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went on an 8-month bender, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to see the family for the holidays. Went 2 days and just dropped down the conveyor belt.
Dude, yeah. During the pandemic, I had a work from home job where I was just like, I was so miserable that I was drunk by 10 a.m. most days. Like I would be,
That was me
I
every
would be
day.
drunk, and then when my lunch break came around, I'd go for a walk and then take a nap, and then wake up, clock back in, and start drinking again.
Yeah.
Victor, how's your drinking going? You're an
Yeah, what's going on with you? I haven't seen you take a sip this whole time.
Yeah, no, I'm not an alcoholic. I just get drunk real easy when I drink too much.
Yeah.
No, I had to
Attaboy.
quit after because I've lost like 3 people during this pandemic,
That's wild.
and it just got to the point where I was like, I got to quit drinking because I'm gonna be the next person that dies.
Well, isn't that also it? Like during the pandemic, a lot of people are cooped up and shit. There's not much to do, or there wasn't much to do. So you start drinking, and you're like, oh, that's all there is to do. Eventually, your tolerance goes up so much that you don't really take into effect how much you're drinking because you're doing the same fucking thing every day. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like you
That's
actually
why-
have a set schedule. You know.
That's why I slapped some new strings on my guitar, and I'm trying to be productive in some
Yes,
way.
sir.
Maybe figure out how to play guitar again.
I just
Fuck
did the
yeah.
same thing.
Wow, you guys should start a band, the Texas Twosome.
We will.
Texas two-step.
I'm down.
I play
I'm
saxophone. I'll play the sax. Well, let's fucking go here.
Ooh.
Yeah, Victor
I like
plays the
that.
rusty trombone.
Yeah.
I do play the trombone, baby.
I
Skin
played
fluid for Victor.
trumpet in high school.
You did.
Isn't
Yeah.
trombone the dumbest? Can we all agree trombone is dumb?
It's
How
the
is
only
it
one
dumber
that
than a
gives-
clarinet? Nothing's dumber than a
Clarinet
clarinet.
is a woodwind. At least clarinet is a nice
What
different
about a
sound.
French horn? You ever seen a French horn?
French
French
horn's
horn's pretty
beautiful.
good.
Absolutely beautiful. It's
But you
they're
gotta
pieces
fist
of
it
art.
while you play it. Have you ever seen?
Yeah,
it?
it's
You gotta
true.
Put your hand in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I normally do that when I play it anyway.
Yeah. That's what I.
What is the
yeah.
dumbest fucking instrument? There's a lot of
I think it's
stupid
the trombone.
instruments.
Saxophone.
I don't know.
Everyone
It's
wants
just
to
good.
put saxophone
Big
thinks they're
brass
fucking cool
instruments.
and
They're so fun.
they're basically Kenny fucking G.
That's
we
the
all agree that
soprano
the-
sax. The soprano sax is gay. I play the alto sax. Thank you.
Oh, the
Gayest
alto.
of saxes.
Oh yeah.
Just
Not a
couple sax
baritone,
you play.
folks. Just the alto.
Oh God. All right. Any more questions for Dalton? I mean, I'm glad you got to pop on the show. I'll definitely be joining one of your Twitter things.
He should just be want to just be on our show forever.
Yeah, you can just come on
No.
anytime you want.
You
Oh,
answered
come on.
everything I had on here.
The
Succession.
Twitter Spaces is fun. The Spaces tapes on Twitter.
Yeah, I've been
is-
enjoying that. Yeah, follow Dalton, and I listened to the one where I listened to the one today, and also the one where you're basically the person from True Detective now.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, I've been doing real detective work around New York City.
You got to do some kind of documentation. I would really.
Yeah,
think-
yeah, I would
'cause
watch
That's
that.
the shit I like. I like real man on the street stuff, not
Well,
this
I wanna,
good-natured
I wanna-
rimming crap.
I want to get to a point where I can do that for sure. I mean, my goal is to.
Do you keep a notebook at least?
Yeah. My goal
Real
is to
pocket.
get a writing job at some point, like an actual writing, not one of these bullshit rich kid writing jobs.
Yeah,
But I mean
yeah.
a real fucking job, but like with like the Atlantic or something. But that takes time. You know, that's a lot of work. But that's something I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So, somebody in the chat does want to know how your feet are doing. We all know what's going on with your feet.
They're
Are they
doing
getting better?
You know, I tell you, I started wearing moccasins, and my feet
A real
are
Davy
better
Crockett.
now. Yeah, my feet are doing much better now that I'm closer to the earth.
Try boat shoes. Try Sperry's. That's all I wear. I never wear socks. And feet are going well.
That's
my.
disgusting.
I got a
That's
rotten
gross.
toe. I got a rotten toe there.
Fuck it, I have rotten toes for sure, dude. I had to have the nails ripped off.
Let's see him.
No, but I had to. I got really.
Just started
bad ingrown-
OnlyFans.
I got really bad ingrown toenails at one point, and I had to have them pried off, and it sucked.
Did they give you any kind of pain medication?
Jesus.
They gave me like a Tylenol with codeine, but I just smoked weed.
Where'd you get this done? Guantanamo?
No, I got it
Jesus
done at a somewhere here in the city. I had to go. I finally was in enough pain that I was like, "What can you do?" And he goes, "Oh, I got to take the whole nail off." And I go, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "How's that work?" And he said, "I'm going to."
Just pulls out a sawzall.
Yeah, he pulled out a sawzall. No, he was like, "I got to inject a local anesthetic and then pry it off." And I go, "Oh, I guess." And it didn't hurt when he did it, but then when I got home and the anesthetic wore off, I called him and said, "Dude, do you have any pills?" And the pills didn't work, so I just ended up getting high, and that kind of helped.
Nice.
I got to
Now,
get
do
my
you
warts removed.
You got warts? Where?
Yep, I got.
Genital warts?
I call them me mates. I got 4 of them on me hand.
Oh,
You
I get
really
those
wanna go
things,
sailing.
man.
The last
You been
time I
playing
had a
with
wart,
frogs?
I had a wart one time. I went down a water slide. It was on the side of my hand, and it hit like one of those cracks, you know, where they put the water slide
Oh.
together, and it ripped the fucker right off.
Oh,
and
nice.
it started bleeding all in the pool. They thought something was going
Yeah,
on.
I got
remember when I
a
was a
Jew
kid-
doctor that'll take him off right off,
When I
freeze
was
him
a
right
kid,
off.
my dad was drunk at the dinner table.
Classic.
He just he ripped a wart off his arm and started bleeding everywhere, and he wouldn't stop bleeding because he was so drunk.
Yeah.
Like you know how like when you're drunk it thins your blood.
Sure.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
I
just
know
was-
all about it.
Pouring blood at the dinner table, and I was like, "What? Why would you do that?" And he's like, "I had a wart."
Somebody had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
Texas fathers are drunk.
Huh? Of course.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you?
Well, he's
yeah.
my dad's a veteran and a former or former corrections officer. And so he's so fucked in the head that it's like good luck. I've told him, I'm like, good luck. I got nothing I can do for you.
Yeah.
Now how was his trip to New York? Was he a
It was a
fan?
disaster. The whole time he kept trying to incarcerate me in different inpatient facilities, and I go, dude,
Why are you here?
yeah, I was like, you keep trying this, I'm gonna have to like get a lawyer.
They got to him too? Who got to your dad?
Yeah,
I don't-
he wasn't even there long. They already got to him.
He just doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't trust me, and I was like, if this keeps up, at a certain point, there will be a restraining order, is what'll happen. And he finally got scared and went home. And I said, thank Christ, it was so crazy. And what'll end up happening is at a certain point, some news will break, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be vindicated, but I think I met the mastermind behind whatever I think is happening. His name is Homer.
Hell yeah.
Homer of the Odyssey or Homer of the
No,
Simpsons?
his name is Homer Flynn the Third. Do you know about this?
Michael Flynn's father?
No. Do you know about Ralph Records?
No.
Okay, so Ralph Records has been a New York institution since the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
This-
I know Ralph Records. Yeah.
Yeah, day boom boom. That's a band called Yellow on Ralph Records. Well, Ralph Records was started by Homer in his band The Residents like 50 years ago, And the management company for Ralph Records is the Cryptic Corporation, owned by Homer from the Residents. So this dude built his own weird media industrial complex here in the city from Louisiana 50 years ago. And I was walking around the neighborhood, and I finally bumped into someone. I don't know what he looks like because the band has always been anonymous. They've always worn big eyeballs on their heads.
Right.
But I know his body language from watching him perform. And so I met a guy that I talked to, and I was like, wait, are you Homer? And he goes, what? And I go, for we are the residents. You're a resident. I'm a resident of the city. We are the residents. He's like, no idea what you're talking about. And I go, they have a documentary called The Theory of Obscurity. And I go, what is the theory of obscurity? And he goes, doesn't sound that important, does it? And
Wow.
I was like, hold on. Ah! And he had this really nice cane. He had a hat, suit, mask, and he had this cane and leather gloves, and he was like running his fingers along the cane, like the top of it. And I go, whoa, what is this you're doing with your hands here? Because that's what they do in the band. Like if you watch the band's music videos, they got.
You really got to start recording these interactions.
Yeah, but I want to see these. I want to see these filmed.
The whole point of it was to deduce something, and I figured it out because I just know I went to a music college, and all of my friends from that college who were in the music program, I was in the writing college, but they showed me this band years ago, and I said, this is creepy and weird, but I love it. And so I've been obsessed with them for many years. And so when I finally bumped into this guy, I recognized his voice, I recognized his body language, and when he said that, when I said, what is the theory of obscurity? And he goes, it don't sound too important, does it? I was like, yeah. Are you Homer? I go, Randy, Chuck, and Bob, sometimes Larry, sometimes Bob. I've seen the tour. I know you guys. And then I just was like, okay. And then as I walked away, I went, day bow bow.
Dad, did he stop you?
Did he go chicka chicka chicka?
No, well, I think I don't know what any of this was for, but him and his wife seemed to really like me. And
that's great.
Then, yeah, and so since then, everything has calmed down. And so I think whoever funded...
You should infiltrate their home.
Do what?
You should get some boys and infiltrate their home, see what's really going on in there.
I have nothing but respect for this band and what Ralph Records has done for not just music but like sound design and innovation.
So you think you got close to the sun and they what happened here?
I think I wanted to do some Fletch like detective work to figure out what was going on, and I found the source. I found Homer. If you go around New York City right now, if you they might still be up. There's billboards all over the city. It's a white billboard with 4 guys on it in tuxedos and canes and eyeballs and top hats. And I've been with friends of mine and pointed these out and said, "Oh, are the residents coming to town?" They came to town. They took over the fucking town. I met Homer and I was like, the residents are in town and we don't know it because they're anonymous.
Yeah, so that explains all the wild musical acts on the side of the streets?
Yes. New York City has a huge funding for arts and culture, and I think a lot of that funding right now is coming from Ralph Records, which is owned by Homer Flynn III of the Residents.
Uh-huh.
There you have it.
There it is.
Connecting dots out
Beautiful
here.
stuff.
I like it. Somebody's got to do it. Nobody else seems
And I
to
live
care.
in it. And by the way, here's where it really adds up. Here's where the dots get connected. I live in Astoria, which is a Greek neighborhood.
I thought you lived in Queens.
Yeah, Astoria,
Stories
Queens.
in Queens. He's from.
And
I don't know.
His name is Homer, and Homer wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey, which is classic Greek literature. So
Yeah, I couldn't get through it.
I'm an English major. I've read it all.
I lived it. I lived it
On a boat?
This last month doing all this.
Oh,
This has been my Iliad and Odyssey, my journey away from home and back home again. And I met Homer. I finally met Homer.
Beautiful. One last thing before we let you go. This paragraph somebody put out about you on Twitter. I saw you I saw you reply to it and say, "Wow, what a great friend." Now, was that sarcasm, or is this person
No.
actually doing you a favor by putting that out there?
No, that person has been a thorn in my side since Skankfest because I asked her to have sex and she offered a threesome. I was
Whoa,
way
with
too
another
high.
guy or girl?
No, with a one. Okay, so let me back up.
Okay.
I have two friends who are women who were at
Uh-huh.
Skankfest.
Show
I was
off.
on drugs. I was on drugs and getting horny.
Hell
And
yeah.
I asked a friend of mine to have sex, and
Yeah,
she
who
said,
wouldn't?
can she join?" And I was peaking on mushrooms, and I go, no, I gotta go think about this, and I just ran off because I was like,
What is there to
"I'm not
think
ready."
about?
Because I was, dude.
I know
I was
peeking
not-
on mushrooms. That's a lot to deal with.
That's dude. The thought of taking two women back to my hotel while I'm on mushrooms and going, "All right, let's have sex now."
Is that what you
Mushrooms are
say?
not-
Is that your move?
No, but I could totally.
Well, no,
I know exactly what you mean.
sexy.
Yeah, that's
Mushrooms. If I'm on mushrooms and they're not, what ends up happening is I'm just scared. I'm just gonna be like, I don't know what to. There's too many pussies here. There's too many flaps, too many holes.
I say that all the time, and
Yeah.
drugs not gross.
And also,
Right.
I didn't want to do that because I realized when she said that, I was like, no, that's gonna complicate things way too much for our entire friend group. And come to find out, things got complicated anyway because she's a lawyer, so she inserted herself. inserted herself.
Yeah, at
into this
Skankfest.
situation. Well, not just there, but with this situation with me, to the point where I had to tell her, like, you need to fuck off. You need to
Yeah.
stop bothering me and leave and let me rest. I just want to sleep.
You should have gave her the old Cosby, but then not did anything about it afterwards. Drug her.
Yeah, I just
Leave.
drug her and just drug someone and
Just
leave.
drug her and
And
leave.
they-
Yeah, she'll leave
They
it
have to
alone.
live the rest of their life wondering if they got raped.
Exactly.
That's actually great. That's word. That might
That's
be a-
fucking high
yeah.
concept right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be left alone. Shouldn't have to ask twice. I'm just
Drug them, get them a beautiful hotel room, just put them in there, and then just leave.
Exactly. So
You're onto
what do you got
something there, Ski?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go give it a try.
What do-
You,
give it
you
a-
can't
what do I got?
you can't get in trouble for that. What do you got coming up? You got anything? I mean, obviously you're in jail.
I was in jail. I was supposed to go back to Texas this week, but with all this the COVID surge and all this crazy shit going on, it looks like
They wouldn't let you, or what? I went during
No,
Christmas. I mean, I almost didn't make
to
it
be
back.
honest with you- To be honest with you, I'm mentally and physically, in every way imaginable, exhausted because of
Yeah.
the last year of my life, and so I'm taking time to focus on mostly writing, just like
Right.
sitting down and trying to actually be productive, and then I'll go on stage when I get to, but. For now, I'm just working on building something.
You should write a manuscript.
a manifesto.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what I
yeah.
thought you were
See,
gonna say.
98 on the IQ test, people. 98.
Yeah.
I've been writing one on Twitter. Dude, I'm so fucking mad.
Trust me, I
about
know. I follow. I stay. I
I
stay
love
active
your
on that.
Twitter.
That's
I'm
amazing.
mad about what happened in New York because I didn't even realize, or no, I realized it because I go around and I'm like telling people like this city seems fucking terrible now,
Yeah.
and they go, I don't know, it seems like it's back to normal, and I go, what
No.
world, what reality are you living in that you think any of this is normal? It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Victor. What reality are you living in where you think Oakleys are normal?
First off, these are not Oakleys. These are dollar store high quality. I left the original sticker label on them. Thank you very much. Secondly, New
Why?
York is not normal.
Are
I
you
had to
all
get out of
right?
here, man.
Are you sick or something?
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm just,
Did you
had
catch
a-
it
we
at
had
the
a long
poker table?
Sunday
Or?
fun day at Mohegan Sun yesterday. So.
You went to Mohegan Sun and didn't invite me, Mohegan Sun,
He
Connecticut?
doesn't invite
No,
me anywhere
Pocono
anymore.
Downs. The one's
Okay.
10 minutes away from me.
Oh,
Okay,
trash.
okay.
Totally
Yeah,
trash.
Garbage.
Wait,
Complete
long
garbage.
Sunday
How much you
fun day.
lose? How much you lose?
Too large.
No. What was
Too
it?
large.
Slots?
There's
There's nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night like 3 or 4 times. You're like, oh fuck, that's like, oh Christ, how much money is that? Like you're just thinking about how long you worked for that shit, and you're like, fuck me.
No, I love gambling.
But yep,
Gambling's fun.
I feel you. I feel you. It's too much fun when it's going on.
Oh shit! I gotta go. I gotta get dressed. I gotta go take a shower.
Get out of here, Dalton. Thank you
we're
so
done
much
with
for
this.
coming on the
You're
show.
the
Anything
man.
you want to plug? You want to plug your Twitter or anything?
Yeah, at New Dalton 69420. You can follow me there where I record or do a live call-in show.
Hell yeah.
I've been calling it the Spaces Tapes, and I mostly at this point it's mostly ranting and trying to have a conversation.
Very entertaining. I enjoy them.
Thank you. And then Loud Boys will be coming back at some point. And,
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and then stand up is I'm dead. But
yeah, I know that.
everything will shake out.
Of course, it always does, right?
You're
Just
always
keep focused on what
welcome
you're
here.
doing. Yeah, you're always welcome to come on if you want to spout some shit. Yeah, do it on Twitter. Love it. Love what you got going on. Two Texas boys right here.
Yeah,
Right, it's been a good
But
show.
I
We
got- I'm
were
gonna
supposed to
go,
have Mark Random on for you. We were supposed to have Mark Random on at the same time.
Take a shower. I
All right, dude.
Godspeed. There he is.
God. All right, Victor. We haven't gotten to talk to you much. What the?
Haven't
Fuck?
taken
Go
a
back
shower
to that
yet.
other 3 screen. I don't like this. Cuts off.
All right, hold on.
the
Hold
other
on.
one. I
Let
like
me see
the
what I
other
can do.
one.
How about this? Huh?
No.
Got my two
well,
peasants.
I like that better.
Actually,
I like
actually,
that.
let's put him here.
Yeah, put him on the stand.
Yeah, Victor.
Can't fit my muscle. It's so fucking big. Can't fit it in the screen.
Big piece.
Well, listen. It depends on how your
Can't
blood
have it
pressure's
all.
working.
Can't have it all. I can't have big muscles. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, look at me.
I mean,
What are we doing with
Victor.
Victor? Yeah,
I don't know. We're just putting him on the stand for a minute, trying to get a couple laughs. I mean, that was a serious conversation.
that was great.
yeah,
Though.
he's not
Some people
fucking
liked
around.
it. Some people in the comments seemed to not like it.
I imagine people would hate it. I enjoyed it, and that's all.
I
that matters
loved
to
it.
Me.
I loved
don't
it,
care
yeah.
if anyone ever likes this fucking dumb fucking show. I enjoy it. I have fun doing it, and I hope everyone hates it. I hope everyone hates me. Remember, 2022, make everyone hate you. That's the motto, and we're sticking to it.
It's not,
I
it's
think,
not great. It's not great. I mean,
We'll show you my
Fuck
favorite.
you.
I'll show you my
Kinda
favorite
negative.
comment. What?
he's not wrong though. New York's fucked, man. Like if you try to go to dinner anywhere,
I think we need people like Dalton on the
Yeah.
on the case. On
We
the street.
do. This was my favorite comment by far, though, because he's not wrong. He's not. I mean, we were letting the man spit the facts. I'm not disagreeing with what he's saying. I'm not.
No, we had to get. Listen, I feel like he's been getting a raw deal.
Me too. Yeah.
And I'm glad we were able to give him even a small platform to say his piece.
Absolutely.
No pun intended there.
You know who else has been getting a raw deal? That Chad guy. Maybe you guys.
Well, he hasn't gotten one yet, but he's about to.
No, he's starting. He's on a new
he's
path
about to
this
get
year. He
18 to
said.
20.
Yeah, he's on a new path. He's going to be eating 3 meals a day, and they'll all be scheduled.
No, listen, I didn't want to go into that with waste time, but now I will. Yeah, this is what it's all cyclical with Chad, and then he's going to be nice and sorry, and then he's going to go back in another month do the same thing. So
He did it.
the bridges
that time
have
he
been
did-
burned. No more.
When
Yeah.
When he did the shit with Paul, right? He comes back 2 or 3 weeks later. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. I just really wasn't in a good place at the time when I sent that stuff, And I was like, all right, man.
You get one of those. Maybe
it's
two.
cool, whatever. 3 days later, dude, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. Like, I'm like, I didn't even say, oh, fucking clown.
Go
But
back and
that's
check
what-
the tapes. You can go back and check
Yes.
the tapes. Ski Mask, you'll vouch. I didn't take his side, but I wasn't even going over the top against him even fairly recently. But
Yeah.
just like what the fuck? Like
It's all recorded,
shut the fuck
folks.
up.
Go watch every show.
Record for Time Eternum. Now, will they be able to watch this everywhere or only on Patreon after?
I'll put this one out for free. Why not?
Put it
We'll
out
this
for
one out for
free.
free. This is free, okay? This will be free audio everywhere, of course, as you people know. Hey, I know some of you guys watching on Twitter. Go subscribe. Leave the 5-star rating. Leave the 1-star rating. I want mixed reviews, folks. I don't want to be one of those clowns who clearly pay for reviews. All right, you like the
how
show?
long that
Leave a
bicep
good
is.
review, dude. Yeah, that's because you beat off of that arm.
Look how fucking long that bicep is. It's the world's
Well,
longest.
now we're just flexing. Now this is
Yeah.
getting
What else? What else is long, Victor?
Actually, I do have a little bit of length.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What's new, Victor? I haven't seen you really.
Nothing,
Anything
man.
you wanna
Trapped in
report?
PA. Trapped
Why
in
you
PA.
trapped?
Yeah.
Why you trapped? You don't have a
Yeah.
car?
Lots of shit going on.
Lot of
Bullshit
shit.
shit going on. Yeah, I wish it was a car problem. My car, I haven't had my car inspected in like 6 months.
How are your scripts coming?
Well, unfortunately, my agent or my sales agent has really just shit the fucking bed.
No.
Yeah.
Did they change the sheets?
Oh,
She,
boy. That's why he's the host, folks.
She's just been busy with other things apparently.
Huh? Well, why don't you grab a Big P shirt on skimaskcollective.com, march on over to where she's at, and let her get busy with some new things.
I would shoot myself in the forehead first.
Why?
You know
Is she's not a looker? Or?
I'm just not a person that fucks.
Yeah, you are.
Shit.
Victor, I'm telling you right now, you would look great in this T-shirt. Okay,
He would look good in that. Does it come
You
in
look
any
really
other
good.
colors? I have it.
It does. It does come in multiple colors.
I'm sporting it in gray.
I have the
like
black
the
version,
Black
which
is
it
always a
actually
classic.
it got a little bit dusty when I hit the conveyor belt. Unfortunately,
It did.
When
You
you-
may have
when you
wanted the
slammed your
gray. You
body
may have
off the
wanted the
conveyor
gray.
I know I should have gotten the gray because in the dust.
Folks, if you're planning to pass out dead on a human conveyor belt, get the gray. If you're going chic, maybe a night out, first date, preferably a blind date, great shirt to
Yes.
wear on a first date. Really show them who's boss and that you have a lot of questions about the world. Get your Big P shirt.
A lot of Big P shirts are flying off the shelves, people. I'm telling you right now.
Eggplant Frank, this
Teamster
is
Tim,
gay.
hold one.
Yes.
Now
You're getting it, Frank.
now,
Took you
Victor,
took you an hour and 37 minutes to figure this out.
yes.
130 episodes.
Yeah,
These Australians are all fucking retarded. Can I tell you
I
that?
know.
Absolutely.
What do you mean Brown Snake hates me? He's a good egg. We were being
said he doesn't
chatty
like
on
you.
Twitter. That's
Recently?
fine.
Maybe he's making
Yeah.
it wasn't anything recently.
He likes to make stuff up, but I got to tell you, I mean,
He's
I
a
like
bit
the
of
guy.
a woman. He likes to.
I like the guy, you know. Yeah, but you're right. Some of his posts are a little.
He's
little
very
creepy.
woman-like. He's
He
very. He's a
Keep
bit
the
soft.
ratings. Keep the ratings to maybe once a week, not every fucking day. You creep. Don't you have grass to mow?
No, he doesn't have a job. They all have Australians.
No.
Nobody works. He mows his lawn in his bare feet. A people, descendants of prisoners, just decrepit. That's why they embrace this police state that they're in because
Yeah,
they like
police
authority
state,
because
eggplant.
they were put there because they're prisoners, and the only real people on that island are the Aboriginals that live on their own.
Wow, man, you have a large IQ, no doubt.
And a large hat.
It's pushing 107. Let me tell you.
Congratulations on all
You should see my score, 98. It's beautiful.
that.
I'm
I was
double
all- I was
digits. You
fucked
guys
up
are
when I-
triples.
What was that, Victor? Are you going to
I was
confess that
fucked
you
up when I
cheated?
took that test. It was 1
Uh,
o'clock
you-
in the morning. I didn't even read the email. I just clicked on the link and started doing it. And I got
Were
the
you playing? Were you playing like geography or geometry style slot machines right before you went to go lay down? So you already had the shapes
That
in,
was-
in your mind.
There is
Might
this
be
one.
some
There's
connection
one
there.
slot. There's one slot you can play at the casino with, which I don't play. And the only thing you do is you hit the button, and the little thing
dick
goes
pops
up.
out.
And if it goes up high enough, you win something.
Can I sit at the top?
It's no, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I've seen people lose
That
thousands of
was
dollars
good.
on
I
this
get it.
thing.
Victor went right over Victor's head, but that's great.
I understand exactly what he said.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a high IQ.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
forgot.
right.
You have a high IQ and no headphones.
No.
Well, I'm glad that bit paid off.
That bit stunk.
Hey, at least we
Yes.
finished the bit. There's a difference. If you plan a bit, finish it. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all
Okay.
it talks about.
We always finish. What should we do next for the next bit? I feel like I had a list of things I mentioned. We did the IQ test.
we are answering questions here. He thinks
Yeah,
the
we'll
70s band The Residents are taking over the world. Yes, he does. He thinks they're in
That's
full
a little bit
control.
involved, yeah.
He never said taking over the world.
Yes,
Said
yes,
something
you're
is
right.
going on. Let's not put words in his mouth, folks.
Correct.
And-
Correct. Go back and watch the
Homer-
episode.
Homer from The Residents is behind everything going on in New York.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
There should be.
Gotta order him.
Honestly, that's why his content would be awesome. He really should be writing more and posting more. But I don't know about the Atlantic just yet.
Yeah, I would love to see the.
Is
some of the-
Chad's Charges still available?
It is still available on skimaskcollective.com. Yes, the shirt. If it's not up there, let me know, and I will have it up there in no
Because I
time.
was looking for some other shirts that are no longer up there. Maybe they.
What,
take
what,
them
what
down.
other shirts? I have taken some down, but they're still available. I can have them up.
Well, I forget now because I've done drugs, but there were
Yeah.
other shirts I was looking for.
Let me know because there's a lot of stuff who wasn't selling out. Happy Go Becky says, who pledged to take the IQ test and then chickened out? I don't know. I don't know, because they're supposed to take it and send me the email, unlike high IQ Victor over here who likes to send it in a Twitter DM. So then I have to go through multiple hoops and hollers just to write all this scoring down. I can understand why the commissioner gets a little pissed off during the football pool. Okay? You guys probably are following the rules.
Retards. I mean, unbelievable, these emails.
These fucking Mongols out here.
Kevin's just doing a fun football, and again, it's $250. It's not, and I'm not a rich man. I'm here at my mother's house, but it's $250 here, folks. This isn't like $2,000 a week or like get
2,030 minutes.
None of these people complaining have jobs. I'm convinced. I'm telling you that right now.
How's your job going, buddy?
I'm going to get fired very soon. I might actually, if they find out what happened on Saturday, I'm going to get fired.
What happened on Saturday?
Screamed at a Brit. I can't want to get. No, nothing that bad. I told the British woman to kick rocks, essentially. But I don't foresee myself making it out of this year. I can't do people anymore. I'm ready to pull the ripcord totally out of society. I will hit up Ski Mask about what boats are seaworthy, and I'm really going to do it.
I'll show you around. I'll get you hooked up with a boat. Yes.
Yeah, it's all over. I've known.
So is that what was?
I'm a fucking Dalton. I know too much. I've seen too much. I know too much. I listened to Dr. Malone on Joe Rogan, so now I know everything I need to know about that. And I'm done with humans, and I don't foresee any way out of this. I don't see any way out of this. I really don't. Sorry, folks. So I'm ready to pull the ripcord and disappear.
I see a way out of it.
Lex Friedman
Happy
interview
Monday.
with the California guy, the California scientist, who basically they knew like in May everything. Like they did a study, they did like 4 or 5 different studies, and the government just ignored everything.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder what their IQ tests are, Victor.
Let's see what Joe Rogan's IQ is.
Yeah, let's get Rogies on the stand.
We should get Rogan on.
Maybe you guys need to start taking some.
Of course, Rogan will do this show, dude.
He's on Tim Dillon's show today. Tim Dillon got him on his show. So why?
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't even know. He said it was coming.
Go back to the first episode of SMC. I clearly declare that we're going to be bigger than Rogan, in which we're slowly getting to the top of that.
Are we on Spotify?
Yes, we are on Spotify.
So there you go. One step in the right direction.
You should just post
Spotify.
yourself right below the Rogan show, like whatever your ranking is, and say right on your ass.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'll give you. Here's a nice little update for you guys, because we're wrapping up here. I'll give you guys something to listen to. There's a new Misery Loves Company just came out.
There is. I was listening to the first 10 minutes.
Oh, really? With Porcelain.
Yes.
Tim Dillon show is not out yet, which is weird. He said it was coming out Monday. There's a new Misery Loves Football out with
I'm
Jim
blocked.
Florentine. I don't listen to it out of respect for Kevin. I honestly don't.
I'm blocked.
I never did.
There's I don't know the other stuff. Do you want to get? You don't want me to keep going? Nobody cares.
No, keep going. What else? I mean, actually, I know.
I already listened to Everybody Is Awful. Jim Florentine, obviously, a staple. There's a new Ray Kump, Positive Kump out.
Loved it.
There's a new You Fucked It Out. I already listened to that.
Good boys.
Monday Morning Podcast, Bill Burr, which I haven't listened to in a while now because it's just
never heard an episode.
No, there's a new Artie's Halfway House with John Sally, the basketball player.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that yet.
And the rest aren't worth reading.
Nope, fuck it.
Yeah.
The most not worth reading. Oh, this might get me going. The most not worth. Oh, it's a new Who Are These Podcasts? Actually, I just started listening to this one at the gym. Who Are These Podcasts? And they're covering Patton Oswalt's podcast with his wife, which is fucking not terrible.
It sounds brutal.
But the worst of all is there's a You Know What dude out, best of 2021. How fucking can I tell you how much I hate year-end wrap-ups? I don't like year-end wrap-ups anywhere. But if you do a year-end wrap-up of a podcast is the dumbest, laziest, most morbidly obese thing that you could do.
Here's why. It came out this morning. I saw it pop up like it does every Monday morning. I like to listen to YKWd on the way to work. I see this bullshit. 3.5 hours of shit I've already fucking heard.
Already heard. Exactly. People
I've already heard it.
To look at Victor and listen to Dalton Pruitt talk about a guy playing a piano on a cane.
Big P shirts. You know, it's crazy.
Yes. They don't want to hear, you know what? You're so fat. Hey, it's the regulars. Oh, look, the regulars.
Look at the regs are back.
The regs. Why does that piss me off so much when he says the regs?
Because he's been saying it for so fucking long, and in the show,
I might kill him. I'll finish what Kevin started.
Yes. Here's what pisses me off the most about it. They're never the funniest clips. It's obviously
Right.
he's paying the producers to put this shit together. You think they're wasting their time listening to every fucking episode and pulling the funniest stuff? I've listened to the stuff. I'm like, what was funny about that? I don't. What?
Victor,
fuck?
care to comment? Year-end podcast.
Oh Christ!
I better go delete the one I did last year.
I never liked anything review. Period. Ski, you fucking hit it every time. Stearns used to piss me off the most, and because they do it so often.
Right.
When you used to
There's a
listen
whole
to-
channel dedicated to it. It's one-on-one.
Exactly. And they'd be like, "Oh, in this fucking clip, we talk about Tommy, and we get a special guest coming by, and you just sit there for an hour, and it goes nowhere, and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember this dumb clip. I was stuck in traffic for 4 hours, and that's it. There's nothing to it. So
Right.
So over the top every time.
Well, the other dumb thing you folks can look forward to tonight is the college football national championship game.
okay,
No thanks.
College football is absolutely terrible, a brutal product, totally predictable all the way up until the end. Even
Yep.
the Final Four, they were both blowouts because the higher seed always wins. There's going to be no defense in this game. I predict it's going to be over 80 points total scored because they
Yep.
never play defense in college. It's boring to watch. 3 players on each team go to the league. The rest are losers, which is why it's boring. College football sucks. If you like it, you're dumb. The only reason you should like is if you went to one of the schools that are playing. Otherwise, why not watch the real product 2 days later on Sunday?
Right. College football stinks.
Sorry, I was pissed off all day.
Now it happens.
sound like
I mean,
you're-
it was hard. It was hard.
I'm going to be fired from my job soon. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out, folks. If you have any full-time positions available, keep me in mind.
Always have you in mind.
I got a scam going. We can figure that out.
Oh, apparently
I'd love to
Chad's going live right now. Big fun at the Gallows. Where's Chad going live at? Please let us know. We would love to infiltrate. I got a couple fake accounts I can log into. Really get that going. Well, he said, let's ask him the good questions. Well, let's go ahead and plug where Chad's going live, and all of our infiltrators can get in
Yeah,
there
we'll plug-
and really
see,
get
it's-
down to the nitty-gritty. Big piece, Chad? Let's find out. Send me Chad's address. I'll send him a big piece shirt and courtesy of Ski Mask.
Look at Ask Gladwell.
Oh, yeah, the Apester will let me know, for sure. He's a
Apester.
good egg. Victor, what do you got? Anything? You still doing that podcast stuff or what?
Nah, not right now, buddy. We're in
Doing porn?
until
You still
I
doing
lose all
porn?
My weight.
Lose weight. Let me see. What do you got?
I'm like 230 right now. I got.
Wow.
Let's see the belly.
That's disgusting.
Take your
You
shirt
don't-
off.
Yeah, let's
No.
see the belly. Come on. Whoa, what
Come
are you what are you nervous now?
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
That's why we want to see it.
That's the
I
point.
cannot believe how
I'll take
big
mine
my
off.
fucking gut is.
Either let's see the belly or drop your trousers. You gotta choose one.
Well, I'll give you the trousers.
Yes.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
There you go,
Eggplant
boys.
Frank, what do you think?
That's it.
Gay?
Yeah, you think it's gay now, Eggplant?
Yeah. What do you think of that, Frank?
You know what's gay? Not being able to go outside without a mask on, you fucking Australian
I don't wear them.
homos.
Yeah,
They're
enjoy your
using-
mask.
they're
I hope you
using
choke on your
ankle
mask.
bracelets now. Did you see
What?
that? They're using ankle bracelets on people that come into the country.
In Australia, they love being controlled. How many times do I have to say it?
Wild.
They're subservient prisoners.
God, what a way to end the show. How
At
depressing.
Stancil Jim on Twitter and Instagram. and Getter.
Are you actually on there?
I just to reserve my name. I don't fucking
You
go
cuck.
on.
Oh yeah. That I did. I remember doing.
I
that
do
with,
that on all the new stuff to get it.
Yeah.
Just you never know, just in case.
Somebody steals it. Now that you said
Right.
that, someone's stealing mine now.
I already
Well,
took Gail.
who,
home.
one of the 7 people?
Yeah. Huck Kernsley wants to know if you have an Audi belly button, Victor.
No.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
in. It's all the way in.
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
No, it's too
Prove
fat
it.
now.
Come
I'm
on.
Come on,
Who,
let's see
are
it.
you- who are you
disgusting.
worried about watching this?
Yeah.
I don't want people that like
Who do you
us
think this is
not
going to
like
get back
us.
to at this point? What are you, 60, 50?
Listen, Smokey might fuck me. Leave me alone.
Hey, don't you fucking dare. Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
ooh.
Smokey. Ooh.
Don't give up on me. I'm
Beautiful
doing
girl.
sit-ups. I go to the gym.
Give up on Victor, Smokey.
So you do sit-ups
I'm
before
already
you go
in
to the
shape.
gym?
You don't have to wait.
I do. I'm too embarrassed to do sit-ups at the gym. You're absolutely
Yeah, listen,
right.
folks. He does sit-ups and he goes to the gym.
I just came for the. Oh my God, there was this girl. Jesus, I mean, sometimes I understand why people rape people because my God,
Yeah, no.
like really, I mean,
Gym has done
what
that.
an ass and just a good look. I mean,
They're asking for it, right? They're
They
asking for
are.
it.
I mean, she's wearing underwear. That's why. And I don't like to, but Jesus, oh my God,
But
what a God.
Jim, you've
bless
been
her.
lifting for a long time. The quality
Me
of
too.
the girl has gone up dramatically. The way they dress is just completely changed. Oh, he's just a mess. He's a fucking Polish Italian mess. Look at him. It's just a
See what happens.
disaster.
See what's going on here. Shirt is off. Headphones are in. All right. Okay. You showing? Let's get a little.
Enhance.
I'll give.
I
some
did legs
showcase.
today, so I'm not popping up top. I did legs today, but I did ran about. I had
What
a
else?
big week. I didn't took a week off. I always take the first week of the year off because all the freaks are in there.
Yeah.
I never like dealing with the freaks. Now,
What's
what
your
were you
weight?
saying about? I have to re-weigh in. I got down to 186, and then I was back up to 189. So we'll find out
Nice.
this week. But what were you saying about the ladies? Because I don't think they're any different. I think
But their
they're just
clothing-
wearing. Yes, I
Yeah.
think it's the clothing.
I've been going. Listen, I've been lifting since a long time ago, and they back in the day they would just wear these frumpy jogging suits or whatever. Now it's pure underwear.
Right. Yeah. It's ridiculous what they're wearing out
It's
there.
all-
Then
it's-
why did this happen? Why did it happen? I wonder why. Men are animals.
I said, yeah.
Come
Hey,
on.
are you
going
titty
on?
fucking your microphone? Are you trying to?
Trying to see what it would be like. I don't
I don't know
really
about
know.
you folks, but I've been lifting a long time too. I lift every time I go to the bathroom. Big Piece shirts available
Big
right
Piece.
now.
SkiMaskCollective.com. SkiMaskCollective.com.
SkiMaskCollective.com. Patreon.com/SkiMaskMedia. At Twitter. At SkiMaskHost. At
Take your
Victor
shirt
Marshall.
off, Victor. The finale.
Yeah, let's see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's not too bad.
It's looking good.
All right. All right. Are we done?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a gay club. I don't know why I don't want to end it. Longest
No,
show
it's
in
fine.
forever, folks. Get there now.
Is this our longest show ever?
No, our longest show ever was like 3.5 hours.
Oh, I probably
I'm
wasn't
actually
there.
dying. From
I think you were there. Show the Audi. Huck wants to see the Audi, dude.
No, it's too fat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you, what the
See your
fuck?
stomach. I thought you were talking about his car. I was like, he doesn't have.
He doesn't have an Audi.
No.
He has a 4Runner full of alcohol.
Every time he gets 10 grand in the bank account, he loses half of it.
You remember the time I went to the party all day and I left the car running because I didn't realize I didn't shut it off?
Jesus Christ.
Because you were so excited to blow Stancil.
I was.
All right, I got to roll a blunt and smoke it and eat a lot of food.
I gotta go to bed. Hashtag real job.
Good boy.
All right.
I'll be at work
Good
tomorrow.
show.
Fuck you.
The show will be out tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed, eat a bowl of chili. Shit my
Thanks
pants.
everybody who's watching live. Good eggs.
All right, we'll see you guys later in the week. Victor, thank you as always. Stancil, keep your head up, you faggot, or jump in the fire.